beat up but won't be broken. Lonesome but always searching. Homesick but nobody's heading home soon. Keep on, keeping on, keeping on.
My name is Kaili Ward, and I'm going to be attending the University of Missouri-Columbia next fall, and I plan on doing pre-med or nursing because I think being a NICU nurse or a dermatologist would be awesome, but I'm also thinking about journalism because Good Morning America, being an anchor, would be cool too, so kind of indecisive on that. I first started attending the United Methodist Church in second grade when my family and I moved here for my dad's job. Ever since then, I've been involved with the church through like elementary school and middle school with God Squad and the Bible Adventure Club, and the rest of my family's been involved, and I've remained involved in the youth group through middle school and high school with mission trips, and I was also confirmed in this church. I think the church has definitely impacted my life throughout the years that I've attended because all of the people are really helpful and caring and supportive about every member in the church and truly want what's best for you. I do think that this church has been a second family, and I think they'll continue to be a second family to me forever. So both of my parents attended the University of Missouri, so they've shown me the church that they went to all throughout their college. They remained at the same one, so I think I'll be attending that one throughout most of my college. And this past fall, Dustin, the youth minister, took all of the kids to Columbia and showed us a few churches that we could possibly go to, so I think I'll experiment a little bit with that. But it's nice to know that I have a church that I can always go to if I can't find anything. My grandma was definitely a spiritual mentor that's helped me throughout my spiritual faith. Ever since we were little, she would make us go to church, my family and I, even if we didn't want to. She always read the Bible to us and taught us to always have faith in God, and I just really appreciate all of the work she's done for us. My favorite memory relating to the United Methodist Church would definitely be the games that we'd play at youth group, particularly the game Alien. Ever since middle school, our youth group's really gotten into that game. I remember a few times Andrea and I and Carly and Mary Grace have had really funny moments. Andrea and I walked in one time and Mary Grace and Carly are dressed like scarecrows and scared us really bad. So ever since then, it's just been my favorite game, and a lot of memories have been made at youth group.
Hi, my name is Ty Fig. My parents are Terry and Troy Fig. I will be attending Northwest Missouri State University to major in marketing. I started attending church really since I can remember. My family has been members since I was born. Since I can remember, I have went to Bible school, went to youth group, attended Sunday school, went on mission trips, and recently I started teaching middle school Sunday school. My favorite memory would have to be on the main mission trip. It's kind of sentimental actually because I ended up making some of my best friends. But me and Kyle and Wagner were riding in a van for a long time, and we stopped at a supermarket or gas station of some sort, and there sat this giant bag of fried chicken that had been there for way too long, and we bought it, and needless to say, the van did not smell very well on the way back. The church has held a very important role in my life, whether that be from the people I met here or my relationship with God. I think it's awesome to see people out in the community that are also a member of your church, whether that be at sporting events or at Hy-Vee or wherever. It's nice being able to get to know those people better as I've grown up. To help develop my faith more in college, I plan on finding a church that I like somewhere in Maryville and surrounding myself with people that are like me. And I think that's a big part of continuing your faith, is finding people that are a lot like you and have the same mindset as you, whether that be following Christ, serving Christ, one of those things. I can't think of one person that has really influenced me, but my whole family, I would say, has definitely had an impact on my relationship with Christ. My brothers, my sister, my parents definitely, and my in-laws have all helped me get to where I am in my faith and help me keep growing.
My name is Andrew Willard, and next year I plan to attend the University of Northern Colorado and major in nursing. I started attending the United Methodist Church when my parents brought me home from the hospital. And I have been involved in elementary school with Sunday school and God Squad, and then middle school and high school with youth group and mission trips and volunteering in children's time. My most memorable experience related to the United Methodist Church would be our mission trip my freshman year, when I got diagnosed with mono halfway through and had to fly home on my own. And we spent time in the cabin playing games because I couldn't really go anywhere, and my friends snuck out and stole me popsicles from the kitchen. Throughout the time, well, all of my life, because I've always attended United Methodist Church, I always feel as though it's like having a second family coming to church. There's all the people that you know, and they're always asking how you're doing, what you've been up to. And it's just like a giant family, and it's also supportive and fun. When I go to the University of Northern Colorado, I plan to attend a couple churches around campus and see how they work for me. I plan on being involved in the youth groups on campus, but I hope to attend church with my cousins who live nearby. Someone who was very influential in my spiritual growth would have been my grandmother. She was always reading her Bible and praying and teaching me things and using references from that. And we spent a lot of time together speaking about God and Jesus and reading the Bible together.
My name is Levi Surber, and I am a senior in Chillicothe High School this year. And next year I plan on going to Trenton at the North Central Missouri College, getting my associate's degree using the A+ program, and I eventually plan on transferring to Maryville down at Northwest Missouri University, and we'll get my bachelor's degree in the agriculture field. I haven't fully decided what I specifically want to go into yet, but I know it's going to be something with agriculture. Well, I started going to the United Methodist Church in about 6th or 7th grade. I did confirmation here, and that's when I became a member of the church. I've been involved in the church through a couple different ways. The summer between my sophomore and junior year, I went to a mission trip in Maine, and that was a really fun experience. We got to go down there and help build cabins and tear down old cabins for their church camp. And I've also been part of the youth group. Well, my favorite memory about the church is definitely my trip to Maine. We got to go and tear down old cabins, demolition with sledgehammers and saws, and that was a blast. Go down there and just see different parts of the United States I'd never got to go to before, and we got to do some lobster fishing and stuff when we were there, and that was definitely one of my funner memories. Well, the church has definitely been a huge support to me throughout the years, and I remember when I was younger, I lost my grandpa, and he was probably one of the closest persons to me in my life, and without him, I probably wouldn't be the person who I am today. When he died, I didn't really know where I was at, what I was going to do, and through church and Dustin Buell, he has helped me so much get through that, and it's just been a huge support to me. Well, I plan on to continue to be a member. I will only be going to Trenton for the first couple years, so I'll still be living at home or in the same town at least, and plan on continuing being a member of church and staying with this group. Well, I definitely have to say Dustin has been. Like I said before, when my grandpa passed away, I didn't know where I was at or where I was going, and without him, I don't know if I'd have been able to make it through it the way I did. I specifically remember one morning him coming out to my house and eating breakfast with me and just sitting down and talking to me and helping me get through it, and without that, I don't know where I'd be. Well, it's been a pleasure to be a part of this group and part of this church, and I continue to plan on it, and hopefully one day I bring in my family, my kids here.
My name is Jamie Albertson. My parents are Denny and Margie Albertson and Matt and Michelle Reardon. And my plans for next year are to attend the University of Kansas and to major in biochemistry. I've been a member of the United Methodist Church since I was born. My parents went to church here before I was born, and I was baptized when I was 5 with my little brother when he was a baby. I was a member of the children's choir when I was younger, and I went to God Squad, and we ate dinner here on Wednesday nights. My family did every week, and participated in some mission trips and some youth group activities as well. My favorite memory relating to the United Methodist Church was the birthday party for Jesus when I was in 4th grade. I got to play one of the lead roles. I still remember my name was Greta Van Popcorn, and I had a singing solo and a bunch of speaking parts, and I thought I was so cool, and I had so much fun with it. So that's definitely my favorite memory. The church has been through, we've been through everything together. Like I said, I've been a member since I was a bitty baby, so they've been here for me through everything. Anything that I needed, I knew that I could come here and talk to any one of the people that worked here, or Pastor John or Dustin. I could talk to anybody and get the support I needed. As I venture into college, I plan to find a church community, hopefully pretty similar to the one I have here. I hope to find people in my college and in my class that are looking for the same type of faith development that I am, and hopefully can find some on-campus activities that will help as well. I'd have to say that my mom would be the biggest supporter and role model in the growing of my faith. She's so close to God, and my whole life has taught me that any problem to turn to Him first, and to talk to Him and pray to Him. And she's always been there for me and shown me that God is the best option, and I'm really thankful for that. Well, I'd like to give a big thank you to this congregation. I've loved growing up in this church and couldn't ask for a better one. So thank you, Chillicothe United Methodist Church. I love you all.
My name is Layne Worman, son of Baron and Misty Worman. I plan on to attend to Northwest at Maryville. I'm planning to major into business and run cross country and track there. I started going to United Methodist Church around when I was 5. We used to be part of the Catholic Church, and we ended up transferring over here. And when I first came over here, I remember the bands playing and how much more excitement and energy there was in this church, which I thought was awesome. Around 7th grade, I became an official member of this church. Even though I don't come here as often as I would like to, I still get a great message out of this church, and even if I have hard times, this is a place I can go to and get help. One of my favorite memories of United Methodist Church was the summer vacation Bible school with me and Kyle Hansen. We actually had a group, if I remember right, and we had a blast with the kids. They were fun. I always enjoyed doing that. Even in this room, my mom, she had a chowder class one year, and I enjoyed hanging out with the kids, giving out the little toys they had, and it was a fun time to do that. The church has helped me overcome bad moments in my life, deaths that I've had a hard time to deal with. Even in my running, if I feel like I'm not doing good, or I just feel like a lot of things aren't going right with my life, I can come here, get a good message, and I feel like that next week, that following week after going to church, everything just becomes so much better. So I'm attending to Northwest at Maryville. I know some families who live down there, and I am really close to one family, and I know they attend church every day, and I'm planning to maybe checking out their church, and or maybe someone I'll get to know down there who goes to church, and I'll be checking out all types of churches, or if there's a United Methodist one, I'll check that one out too. The person that influenced me the most throughout my life, even though she's not here anymore, is my grandma. She was really spiritual and always with God, and even her last couple of days, she wasn't there, but even though she wasn't there, she was still talking about Jesus and how she even talked to Jesus and God, and that helped me really strengthen my relationship with God, just hearing that, because she always knew that God was there for her, even though she was coming to her end I just want to say thank you to all the people who've been here, helped me, supported me through my hard times, and helped me strengthen my relationship with God, and just making my time here at church very enjoyable. Thank you.
I'm Kaili Gardner. My parents are Terry and Scott Gardner. I'm going to Mizzou next year for ag business. I started coming to the United Methodist Church when I was probably about 3. I was baptized here. I teach Sunday school sometimes. I go to Sunday school. I attend every youth group that I can, which is usually every Sunday. And I attend every mission trip. My favorite memory is Mary Grace and I always bugged Dustin about flying to one of our mission trips because the bus is terrible. It's awful. And we flew to Maine, and we were on the plane. We were about to land, and Mary Grace and I got hot tea. And Mary Grace didn't know that I didn't drink all my tea, and she slammed her cup in mine, and our tea went all over the lady next to us and her book, and I felt so bad, but it was the funniest thing ever. The church has impacted my life because I've made some of the most amazing relationships that I probably wouldn't have made if I wouldn't have gone to this church, and they've basically supported me through everything, through my education, my faith, and everything else. Next year, I plan to find a church somewhere in Mizzou and probably attend a youth group regularly. A person that's been really influential in my faith is definitely Dustin and Dave Rogers. They always put so much effort into the kids at our church's faith, and they just try to always support us, and they just continue my faith every single day. I just want to thank my parents for everything that they've done for me, and go Tigers!
My name is Andrew Smith, the son of Vince and Jill Smith, and my plans next year are to go to NCMC and have a degree in accounting somehow. So back in the fall of 2006, I joined the Cub Scout pack that's chartered here. So I've been involved with that for until 2010, and then in 2010 I bridged over to Troop 120 and have earned my Eagle through there. And in 8th grade, not really sure of the year, I joined Christ for Life because Kyle said, "Hey, come join me." My favorite memory with the United Methodist Church would be Scout Sunday in 2017. It was whenever I received my Eagle Scout award, and it's also where my Scoutmaster, Eric Turner, told a few stories about me, all of them true, and made me tear up a little bit. The church has supported me throughout the years with being able to help financially support me to go to Camp Geiger every summer. Though the past 2 summers I spent on the Camp Geiger staff, they've been able to help people in my troop go every year and create great memories and make lifelong friends. My plan to better my faith with God in the coming years is to go to church more. I don't really do that a whole often anymore due to work, but it's something I really want to work on to help my walk with God a lot better. There's been 3 people that have helped me become a better Christian and follow God better, and those are Dustin, Matt Ahall, and Scott McNay. They have helped me create a foundation of what God is and how we should act. They keep pushing me to build that relationship stronger every day.
My name is Gracelyn Greener. My parents are Garth and Jamie Greener, and I'm planning on attending Missouri Western State University in the fall and planning on majoring in elementary education. I first started attending United Methodist Church when I was 5 years old. I've been involved by attending church services, attending Sunday school classes, and helping out a children's church. My favorite memory is going through confirmation because I learned more about my Christian faith. The church has impacted my life with family, friends, and teachers supporting and enhancing my Christian development. When I go to college, I plan on attending a church to help enhance my Christian development. The people who inspire me the most are my parents and my Sunday school teachers. The Sunday school teachers are Brent Turner, Dave Rogers, Tony Clark, and Troy Figg.
Hi, I'm Kyle Hansen. My parents are Kevin and Bobby Hansen. In this fall, I'll be going to University of Missouri and majoring in fisheries and wildlife. When I first started coming here, I was probably when I was a baby. I got baptized when I was a baby. When third grade started, I was participating in the God Squad all the way up through fifth grade, and then I've been a member of the Christ for Life youth group ever since sixth grade. I've gone to WOW 3 times, and I've been on every mission trip except for last year. One of my favorite memories I've had was going on my seventh grade mission trip when we went to St. Louis. There was me and a bunch of other guys, and we were hiding around a corner, and we heard Dustin coming with another adult, and we thought we tried to scare Dustin. Well, it happened that we were loud talkers, and Dustin decided to pull the prank on us and scare us, and we all screamed.
I remember that quite well.
The church has made a big impact on my life. Whenever there's been major struggles, I've always had a church family that would help back me up and tell me all the good things and positives that are coming out of all my struggles, and that you have a big future looking ahead. When I go to Mizzou, I'll be finding a church that most fits me. I've been with Dustin on the flight train trips where we've gone to churches all around our northwest area. So when I go to Mizzou, I'll be finding a group of friends that will want to go to church every Sunday to help continue my faith. The person who's probably the most impact in my spiritual growth has probably been Dustin. Ever since I've been part of youth group, he's been pushing me to help continue my faith. I've always asked him questions about what goes on in my life, where can I find help in the Bible, and he's always been there to help answer my questions for me. One last thing I'd like to say is thank you for the church for all the help you've given me throughout my life. I like to give one joke for the church. Why'd the Scarecrow get a promotion? He was outstanding in his field.
I am Cayla Harvey, and I am the daughter of David and Patricia Harvey. I plan on going to college and getting my degree in choreography for dance. I started coming here when I was a baby, and I was baptized about that same time. And I love youth group. I've been attending it ever since I was little. I've always been there. I loved the friends and the games and the trips and the Bible studies and how we all came together as one family. One of my favorite memories was going to WOW, and I liked how everybody got along and we all got together and have fun and sing and praise Jesus at the concerts and stuff. It was pretty cool. One of the things I really enjoyed about church was helping with Vacation Bible School, because I really liked helping out with the little kids and reading the Bible with them, teaching them how to play games, watching them throw food at each other. Well, yeah, if there's a church nearby my college, then I might attend there, but I'm not so sure if I'll have time to go here or there. But I do know that I will be in my dorm reading each section of the Bible just to help me start my day. My mom, Patricia Harvey, has been my role model in faith because she never really lets anyone get to her. She always tells me that I need to keep my head up and I need to keep going and doing what I'm doing and not to let anyone get to me. And she teaches a Sunday class here at the church for disability people, and I love how she's just has her heart set on those people and teaches them about God and everything, and I think that's pretty cool. So I love my mom. I want to thank everybody who's loved me for me and not judged me at all, and that they've always been there for me when everything went down, and I want to thank the church for having me all these years.
I'm Catherine Buss. I'm a senior at Chillicothe High School, and my plans for next year are going to North Central Missouri College to get my general studies done, and then transfer to Northwest to finish my degree in creative writing. I started church when I was 4. I started at Chillicothe Church of Christ up till 2015. Then I started going to United Methodist Church. I learned about United Methodist Church because my best friend, Gracie Gardner, would not stop talking about it to me, saying how much fun it was and how cool it was. So one day I went with my family and we loved it. I like to help with the kids during junior worship. I like to do games, activities, crafts with them, and we all have a lot of fun. My favorite memory was at the Church of Christ. The youth group decided to do a Bible Bowl, and our preacher at the time, whose name was Josh, and Sunday school teacher, whose name was Jerry, decided to make a bet with us, and if we won, they would have to do something. Josh would have to shave his beard, and Jerry would have to grow his out. Let's just say we dominated that night, and they had to do exactly what they say. Also, another favorite memory of mine was with the United Methodist Church was going on a trip to WOW up in Springfield, Missouri. It was the first time I've really done something like that. I've never gone on a trip like that. The band there, which was called I'm They, was there, and I love them. They're now my new favorite Christian band. And the poet that was there was really awesome. He shared a lot of poems and a lot of the gospel, and I think he was really cool. Both churches impact me greatly. They've shown me that somebody's there watching over me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Also, they've shown me that I do belong and I do have a family. No matter where I go, whether it's a few miles away or a few thousand, I will always have a church family. I am planning on attending United Methodist Church and Church of Christ during my 2 years at North Central Missouri College. Also, I plan to find a church up in Maryville that I will go to. Also, I'm thinking about joining if there is a college FCA. If there's not, I'm possibly thinking of grabbing a few friends and starting one. I have 2 big influences. Their names are Josh Vance, who used to be my pastor at Chillicothe Church of Christ, and Dustin Buell. They've helped me get out of my shell a little bit, get me out of my comfort zone. If it wasn't for Josh, I probably wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't have made a lot of new friends if I hadn't have listened to him and not gone to that camp. And if it wasn't for Dustin, I'd still feel like I don't belong, because I've never felt like I've belonged anywhere. But once I started going to the youth group and Christ for Life, I started feeling like I've home, like I've found my family.
I'm Nick Duncan, and my plan is to go to Missouri State and major in wildlife conservation. I started going here when I was little. I was baptized here, and then we moved away and stopped coming, and then I started coming to youth group, and it helped me become part of the church again. I went on a mission trip to St. Louis. We went to a soup kitchen to help prepare the foods, and then we went to Maine, and there we helped Camp Mechawana, helped them tear down a cabin and helped the campers there. One of my favorite memories is Camp Mechawana, when we went to swim and all that, and just fun to just be with all the other campers and the camp staff. It's helped me become closer to God, and it's helped me realize what I have and not take it for granted, and it's helped me become a better person. I plan on being involved in a church down there. I know at Missouri State there's various churches, youth groups that you can be a part of, and I plan on becoming a part of one. My biggest role model for my faith is probably Dustin. He has, no matter when I steer away, he always tries to get me to come back and be a part of everything, part of the church and all that.
I'm Mary Grace Rice, and my dad's John Rice, and my mom's Kathleen Rice. And next year I'm planning on attending Northwest Missouri State, and I want to major in mass media with an emphasis in either multimedia journalism or broadcast and production. I haven't decided yet. I first came here 6 years ago whenever my dad transferred here to be the pastor. The first thing I did was get involved in youth group. That's where I met most of the people who I became friends with pretty quickly. I'm actually in flight training, so basically what that is I'm teaching Sunday school to middle schoolers, and that's been a great experience because I'm having to really pay attention and really I have to be the one to fully understand what I'm talking about so that I can relay it to them. The person that's influenced me the most spiritually would probably be my mom. She has always had the most kind Christian heart, and I think it's something she was born with, and she's all raised us with this Christian attitude and to always be loving and caring and compassionate. And I know that I want to be the person that I am today without her, teaching me those skills and everything. A favorite memory I have, it's definitely something that's probably happened on a mission trip. I know that we have yet to come back from one where there isn't some crazy story to tell or something dumb that I've done that we've all remembered because it was funny. Honestly, I don't know, mission trips in general, and it's funny to think back at things that happened and see how I've grown and how everybody else has grown from mission trip to mission trip. After graduation, I'm planning to go and find a church that I really like in Maryville, and hopefully it'll have some type of college group that I can get involved in, and campus ministries. I know that there are some good ones there. I've talked to some people who are involved, and I think it's going to be really cool. So campus ministries, and also finding a good church to go to and hopefully meeting people and being able to bring people there, or even somebody might introduce me there.